Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, I'm Tia Novira Utami. You can call me Tia, and I'm from English Education Department of State Islamic University 2017. In this video, I will do my assignment. This video is for my assignment, and this assignment is from my lecture, actually my academic writing lecture. So I need to compare between the actual thesis and my friend's explanation about how to write a thesis, especially chapter 1. There are a few points that exist in chapter 1, for example, like a background, problem, significance, and objective of the research. And I will explain it one by one to you. Is it the same explanation? Is my friend's explanation is the same like the actual thesis that has been done before? So the first part that my friend explained before is about how to make a good title. So my friend told me that to make a good title, the title should relate to the writer's major. And the second is the title should about the current issue that happened in the field, the current problem that happened in the field. And then the third one is the title should attract attention, and it is should something interesting. Because what? Because when people want to read something, they will read the title first. And if the title itself already interesting, they will get more interest to read more the paper itself. So about my friend's explanation and the actual thesis that I analyzed, it is the same. Because why? Because the title thesis that I analyzed is Teaching English Using Animation Movie. Its effect on student skill in writing narrative text at SMA Negeri 1 Saberida. In my opinion, why it is something interesting? Because using animation movies with the narrative text writing skill, it is just interesting, and also it is about the current issue at the same time. So I think my friend's explanation between my friend's explanation and the actual thesis is the same. And the next part that my friend explained before is background. In background part, it should consist of some points, and the points are, the first is it should consist of relevant theories, and the second is it should show a gap between the fact that happened in the field and the theory. And the third is the background should consist of significance of the research. So in background part, in the thesis that I analyzed, the writer put relevant theories that relate to the topic, that relate to the problem. And also the writer show a gap between the fact in the field and then the theories itself. And then the last thing that the writer put in the background is the significance of the research. So between my friend's explanation and the thesis that I analyzed actually in chapter 1 is the same. And the next part that my friend explained before is about the problem. So in problem, it consists of some points. The first is the identification of the problem. The second is the limitation of the problem. And the third is the formulation of the problem. So my friend explanation about the identification of the problem is it should consist some problems or so many problems that happen in the field, and it is also relate to the topic. So the thesis that I analyzed is also the same like what my friends explained before. Why? Because at the thesis, in the thesis that I analyzed, the writer put so many problems that relate to the topic that the writers have. And the second is the limitation of the problem. The limitation of the problem, based on my friend's explanation before, the limitation of the problem is the writer should limit the problem of the research. So and in the thesis that I analyze, the writer also limit the problem, so the problem will not wider anymore, right? So the research paper will be more focused on one or two things that the writers want to search. And the third is the formulation of the problem. My friends explained that in formulation of the problem, it consists of a question or questions that based on the background and the topic of the research paper. And then in the thesis that I analyzed, the writer also put some question or questions in formulation of the problem. So I think in problem part, between my friend's explanation and the actual thesis that I analyze is the same. And the next part that my friend explained is about the objective of the research and the significance of the research. So, the objective of the research, my friend explained that the objective of the research is the purpose of the research, and we can call it as the answer of the formulation of the problem. So the thesis that I analyze is the same, like the objective of the research is actually the purpose of the research itself, because the writer state that in objective of the research we can call it as a purpose of the research. So yeah, that's it. So it means that my friend's explanation and the thesis that I analyze is the same. And the next one is significance of the research. So my friends explained that in significance of the research, it is about what the writers wish the research benefit to. Like the writer hope that in significance of the research, the writer hope that this research paper will give benefit to the teacher or to the student itself or to many people that read the research paper. So between my friend's explanation and the thesis that I analyzed is the same. And the next part that my friend explained is that should consist in the thesis chapter 1 is definition of key terms. So my friend explained that definition of key terms is the definition about keyword that we got, and then we search it and then we can find the definition from the expert or the book. From what I analyzed in the thesis that I have is the writers make a definition from the key terms, because like I told you before, the title for this thesis is Teaching English Using Animation Movies, its effect on student skill in writing narrative text at SMA Negeri 1 Seberida. So the writer put some key terms that relate to the topic. Like in this thesis, the writer make the definition of animation movies, the definition of writing skill, and also the definition of narrative text. So it is the definition of the key word or the key terms that are used in the research paper. So between my friend's explanation and the actual research paper, it is the same. So yeah, overall, the conclusion is between my friend's explanation about how to write chapter 1 in thesis and the actual chapter 1 in thesis that has been done before is the same. And yeah, I think that's all that I can report to you about my assignment. And I'm so sorry for my mistakes. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.